Vanakkam, welcome. Under the Aalamaram, storytelling festival. All are welcome. Let's have some fun. Welcome to one and all who are here to watch this festival, organized by Kathai Kallata, the Under the Aalamaram Festival. Yes, and supported by Ayo Dongeng. How did it all start? Now, Aryo and team who runs Ayo Dongeng completed their 10 years. And he said, Auntie, I want to do something, Auntie. And I said, all right, what do you want to do? He said, let's do a festival. It's all yours, it's all yours, it's all yours. It's just that we will support it. And I said, all right. And here we are now, the much awaited festival. Well, I don't want to take your time because I know you're all waiting to listen to stories. And so I would like you to first hear a small clipping from Kathai Kallata, and then I will unveil the suspense of our tellers. All right, Under the Aalamaram. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, go. This is what storytelling is all about. Storytelling does not happen from head to head. It goes from heart to heart.
Happy. She was joined by all the other fairies in the forest.
Don't talk to him, talk to me, yes. They took off and began to fly high, high.
They don't just dance, oh no, they sing.
Little girl, little boy.
Let me tell you a secret.
Hello, my friends, hello, my friends, hello, my friends, hello.
Wow! Hi, Auntie Jiva.
Hi, Aryo. How nice to see you. You look so colorful. I can see Indonesia in you. And do you remember this jacket you gifted me when I came last time? So I want to wear it to say that you've always supported. All right.
Thank you.
Yes.
And congratulations for the festival, Under the Aalamaram Festival. It's happening.
Yay! And with your support, of course, Aryo. And you have a lovely team that has really put together so well in spite of you hiding somewhere in the forest. Yes.
So what will happen today?
What will happen today is we're going to have 7 tellers, right? And they're all from both India and Indonesia. So first we'll have 4 tellers, all right? And after which, we thought we'll have a little dialogue with them, and then we'll go on with the next half. And the first half features B from Indonesia, and she's going to tell us the weeping fig.
Wow.
Followed by, you want to tell?
Yeah, I think I
Aryo?
know who's will come after B. I think it's going to be Indian storyteller with the story Tapta, and the storyteller is Parvati, right?
Oh, when you say Parvati, it sounds so nice. How come? Oh, all right. Now, following her is going to be the very stylish Putri, and she's going to do the story about the prayer. For whom? We got to watch. And then what
True.
happens, Aryo?
And then the fourth, we have another storyteller from India. Wow, we must watch this one. It's going to be amazing. The story is about Bekabiti. Is that right? Bekabiti.
Yes, you got it.
And the
You got it
story
right.
will come from Anaga.
Yes, you're right. Wonderful, wonderful. I can't wait any longer. So then, okay, now we get ready.
La di da di da di da. La di da di da di da. Oh, I feel so happy wearing this pretty headdress sent by my friends in Papua. It's where my story today came from. In the eastern part of Indonesia, there's an island called New Guinea or Papua. The island is shaped like a bird. And underneath the bird's head, there is a peninsula. La di da di da di da. The Bambaray Peninsula. Ah, the Bambaray Peninsula, where the water is transparent Turkish blue, waving calmly with the wind. Blue, 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 blue. And the wind will sweep your cheeks with a friendly whisper. Shoo, 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 shoo. And the rainforest is dense with trees, bushes, and leaves. Oh, it's paradise. La di da di da di da. La di da di da. Once, in one of the corners of the Bambaray Peninsula, there stood a tree. Boom! It looks almost similar like the banyan tree. It's because they are cousins. Oh, the thick roots crawling down the soil and strong, solid stem towering, piercing through the sky. And the leaves, the green leaves, pouring on the branches like a shaggy hair. What up? This tree is called the weeping fig. And every morning, the weeping fig would sing. La di da di da di da. La di da di da. Oh, what a happy tree. And oh, how the weeping fig got so confused when one time a little boy came to him. He was about 7 or 8 years old, I don't remember. But this little boy approached the weeping fig with a pouting mouth. Chin down. Shoulders down. He was weeping uncontrollably. Can't you tell from my weeping that I'm super sad right now? And then the weeping fig asked, "Oh, why you look so sad?" And that little boy answered, My brothers hate me." He continued to weep and weep and weep. So the weeping fig tried to calm him down. Okay, little boy, eyes on me. Little boy, eyes on me. Okay. Okay, little boy, so every time I feel sad or mad or angry or scared, I just take a deep breath. Inhale with your nose, exhale with your mouth. Okay, let's try it. Friends at home, if you want to, you can try taking a deep breath with the weeping fig And the little boy, inhale with your nose. Exhale with your mouth. Inhale with your nose. Exhale with your mouth. Okay, now that we feel so much calmer, tell me, what's going on? So the little boy tried to be calm as he told the weeping fig about his story.
My brothers, they call me ugly. They call me names. They talk about me behind my back. And they laugh at me, not with me. And when I told them to stop, they say, you weep all the time. Should we call you a ambulance? And then they took me to this forest and they leave me here. And they told me that I'm not welcome in our home anymore.
Okay. So the weeping fig said, oh, your brothers are horrible. Why did they do such a thing to you?
Because they think that our mom loves me more than them. Meanwhile, it's not true. Our mom loves everybody just the same.
Okay, so do you want a revenge? Oh, don't do that. It's dangerous revenge.
Oh, no, I don't want a revenge. I love my brothers. I don't want a revenge. I just want to weep.
Oh, well, why did you came to me then?
Because your name is the weeping fig. I thought that you weep all the time. You know, if I weep alone, I will feel lonely. Might as well find a friend to weep together. So I came to you. Let's weep together, the weeping fig.
No, stop. I don't know how to tell you this. Okay, my name is the weeping fig. That is correct. But it's actually a wrong name for me because I don't actually like to weep, you know? Every time I get sad, I cry a little bit, and then I inhale, and I exhale. And then I do whatever makes my heart happy. Oh, little boy, tell me, what makes your heart happy?
Well, I like to spin, you know, to make yarns, to make clothes. I like to spin. That makes my heart happy.
Okay, then spin!
But I left my spinning wheel at home!
Okay, stop. Inhale. Exhale. Stop crying because you've cried enough. You can cry, but not all the time. Now I will help you, okay? So that's exactly what the weeping fig did. It helped the little boy to make the weaving machine. What do you call it? Charka? Yes. And so the weeping fig gives the stem to the little boy to make the frame. Bam boom, bam boom, bam boom, taka taka tak. Bam boom, bam boom, bam boom, taka taka tak. And also the wheel for the spinning wheel. Swish shoo, wish shoo, wish, swish shoo, swish, swish shoo, wish shoo, wish, swish shoo, wish, wish. And also he took the weeping fig's roots and spun it in the spinning wheel. Stratus, 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 stratus. And he took some fruits and some leaves and some soils, everything he could find to make colors. And he colored the yarns. Bloppy, bloppy, blop, bloppy, bloppy, blop, bloppy, bloppy, blop, bloppy, bloppy, blop. Oh, the little boy ended up having so much fun with a happy heart and forgetting about his bullies. And he ended up having a lot of colorful yarns. Oh, then he wore those colorful yarns. There's a yellow one, an orange one, pink one, the green one, and then magic happened. Poof! Ring, 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 ring. Those colorful yarns were magically glued on to the little boy's skin, and it became furs. And the little boy turned into the most beautiful bird anyone had ever seen.
Kawak, kawak, kuit. I look so pretty. Kawak, kawak, kuit. I can fly.
Okay, so do you still want to weep now?
Why should I weep now? I can fly. Kawak, kawak, kuit.
Okay, do you still want to go home now?
Well, I'm not welcome in my home anymore. And I kind of find a home with you. So, might as well live here. I love it here. Kowak, kowak, kowit. So the little boy, who had turned into a happy and joyous, beautiful bird, lived together with a happy and joyous weeping fig. La di da di da di da. Kowak, kowak, kowit. La di da di da di da. Kowak, kowak, kowit. And that big beautiful bird is so pretty that everybody called it Cendrawasih, or the birds of paradise. La di da di da di da. Kowak, kowak, kowit. That's the end of my story. Kowak, kowak, kowit. The Bambaray Peninsula. Kowak, kowak, kowit. La di da di da. And that's my story for Under the Aalamaram. Thank you.
Dun dun di nani, dun dun di nani, dun dun di nani, Rosaria re. Ah, I'm taking you to the northeast part of India, Manipur state, and this folktale is from that place. Manipur is full of beautiful, beautiful forests. And there, in a village, which was by the side of a beautiful forest, which had lots and lots of wild animals, at the end of that village was a beautiful house. In that house, there was a man, a woman, and a little 2-year-old boy. They were breeding horses, and they were the finest horses you could ever see in that whole state. One day this man had to go to another place on business. So he told his wife, I may take 2 or 3 days to come. Take care. And he went away. A thief was watching this, and he noted, aha, I have been waiting to steal one of these finest horses. This is the right time for me. There's only this woman and this little boy there. And that night, he stealthily comes to that place. It was actually dark. Not because there was no moon, the moon was there, but there were clouds. And the rain was pitter-patter, pitter-patter, pitter-patter falling, drizzling. And this thief went, oh, the lights are on. How can I steal now? He saw a window where there was light. He just peeped in and he saw the mother and the son there. He just bent down, waited for the lights to be off, and then he could do what he had come to do. At the same time, a tiger came from inside the jungle, and he wanted to eat the horse meat. He decided to take one horse, and he moved, and he also saw this light, and he said, no, let the lights be off, and he crouched under that window. The thief didn't see the tiger because it was dark, and the tiger should have noticed because he has a beautiful sense of smell. But of course, for him, the thought was only the horse. So he smelled only horses. He didn't smell this man. And both of them were crouching under that window. Inside, the mother and the son, he was crying, and the mother said, stop crying, you have to go to bed, come baby. The mother Listen to me carefully. If you don't stop crying, the thief is going to come and catch you. The boy. And the thief thought to himself, he's not afraid of me, a thief? What? The boy was crying. The mother said, what do I do? I feel like giving one, but little baby. The tiger is going to come and catch and eat you. The tiger was sitting there. Now the boy is going to stop. Who is not afraid of the tiger? And this boy. Right. The mother. What do I do? And then something. What is it? What is it again here? The rains? Falling. Tap, 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 tap. Got an idea. Mothers, you know how we are, right? Wait. If you don't sleep, the Tata is going to come and catch you. And the boy stopped crying. The mother took the baby to sleep, put off the light. Outside, the thief thought, what? Something? Tata? Who? He's not afraid of me. He's not afraid of the tiger. He's afraid of something called Tapta. Must be really, really dangerous. Before that Tapta comes and finds me, I better go. But I'm going to take one horse and go. And he searches for the leg of one horse. The tiger sitting there heard Tapta. What? This Tapta who is this Tapta? Must be really, really scary. Let me run away from here, said the tiger. And as he was about to run, the thief caught hold of the leg, thinking it was the leg of the horse, but it was the leg of the tiger. He didn't know that the tiger the Tapta has got my leg. And he started running. The thief caught hold of that, was catching this, her leg was going behind. And then the thief caught on to the tiger, thinking it's a horse. And the tiger said, Tapta on my back. And the thief was good on the horse. That time the clouds moved and light came, and the thief looked. It's a tiger. And the tiger sees me. He's going to eat me. What do I do? He was going. At that time, there was a branch of the Unintau tree. Was there. He jumped onto that, caught hold of the branch, and climbed onto it. The tiger said, Tapta has gone. Must be gone to this Unintau tree. I don't know, let me go. And he ran to be stopped by the bear. The bear said, What happened? Why are you running like this? There's a ferocious monster, Tapta. It caught hold of my leg, then it climbed onto my back. What? Tapta? There's no such thing as Tapta. I'll show you. That Unintau tree, that big tree, you can find it there. The bear and the tiger walked towards the tree. The thief was on the branch. He looked, oh my God, a tiger and a bear? let me run. And he looked up and he saw a big hole in that Uningtau tree. He got into that tree. When the bear came, where is it? Must be inside this hole. Don't worry. I'll put my tail and find out. And he put his tail inside the hole. The thief inside pulled the bear's tail. Ah! Said the bear. Yes, there is a tapta. And he started running along with the tiger, only to be stopped by the elephant, who also wanted to find out who this tapta was, which these two were afraid of. The elephant came and he put his trunk inside that hole. The thief poked it. Ah! Yes, there is a tapta. And all the three animals started running. The thief decided, enough is enough. Let me get out from here. Never again will I come to this village. No, I'll never come. I'll tell all my robber friends, never should they come to this village. The animals had a meeting. The three animals called the king of the jungle, the lion, and all the animals, and told them about this tapta. They all went near that Uningtau tree. All were afraid to get into that hole. One of you, get into it, said the king of the jungle, the lion. No, all of them were scared. Then the lion said, henceforth, no wild animal shall go to that village, because I believe my senior animals that there is a monster called Tapta. And from then on, in that village, there were no robbers and no wild animals came to that village. The villagers wondered, how come we don't have robbers, neither wild animals? But I know. That's my story for Under the Aalamaram. Thank you.
Once upon a time, there's a king in Lombok. He has lalampa or sandals. No one knows that these sandals are husband and wife. No one knows that they can talk. The right side is the husband. His name is Papu Mama. And the left side is the wife. Her name is Papu Nina. They love to talk to each other because no one can hear them. No one but God. The king loves his lalampa, his sandals. He loves it very much that he wears it wherever he goes. Wherever he goes, the lalampa goes. So they goes everywhere until thunder and rain comes. It's the rainy season. Everybody loves rainy season. The king loves it too, but not so much the lalampa. Because of the rain and the sweat of the king's foot, they become so smelly. One night, Papu Mama said, "Ugh, we're so stinky." And Papu Nina says, "Yes, we are." And the mice on the roof can agree with them because the mice are staring at them, looking at them carefully. And Papu Nina says, if every night the mice stare at them, they're gonna eat us. And Papu Nina says, well, what do you want to do, husband? We cannot move. They think and think until had an idea. Why don't we pray to God that He turn us into the mice? And Papa Nina says, right, the mice cannot eat us. And they pray together. Tiang tunas doa le nenek karo God, please turn us into mice, turn us into mice, turn us into mice. And the God says, oh, lampa, I'll turn you into mice, I'll turn you into mice. And ring, they turn into a big mice. They love it. Being mice is so amazing. They can move and they can run, and they have finally a voice that people can hear. A really annoying one too, because when at night they fight for food in the kitchen with the other mice, their voice can wake up the king, and he does not like that. So the king complains, and he sends some cats to catch them. And soon the mice are caught one by one, because there are so many cats. And Papuk Mama said, this is so terrible. I think we should pray to God that we should turn into a couple of cats. Papuk Nina says, I think you're right, husband. And they pray again. Tiang tunas doa le nenek karo God, please turn us into cats, please turn us into cats, please turn us into cats. And the God says, oh, a couple of mice, I'll turn you into cats, I'll turn you into cats. And ring, they turn into cats, beautiful ones too. And because they're so beautiful and fluffy, the queen loves them. They are spoiled by the queen. They sleep in the king's chamber, and the servants serve their food. It's like living like a king. But one day, Papu Mama sees something. He sees some great hunting dogs having all the adventure outside with the king. Because they're great at catching prey, the king eats with them. Papu Mama is really jealous. He said to his wife, don't you think we should turn into hunting dogs? And the wife says, but why? But because at that time, wife always follows a husband, so they pray. Tiang tunas doa le nenek karo God, please turn us into dogs, please turn us into dogs, please turn us into dogs. Papu Nina worries. Will God turn them into dogs? God says, oh, a couple of cats, I'll turn you into dogs, I'll turn you into dogs. And ring, they turn into dogs, a big ones too. And once again, the king loves them, and they go wherever the king hunts. They will run and they will sniff under the ajang kelicung trees, the ebony trees, and then they will catch prey and they will eat with the king. They're so happy. But things like this do not really happen every day. When the weather is bad, or more often than not, the king has royal duty, they don't go to hunt. They are in a cage. And days go by, Papu Mama becomes bored. So he said to his wife, "Oh, wife, don't you think that we are restrained? It is so boring." And Papu Nina says, "Yes, it is. I wonder if we can turn into humans. Humans have all the freedom." Papu Nina says, "Well, you're right, but..." She thinks to herself, "Isn't that too much?" But still, they pray together. Tiang tunas doa le nenek, God, oh God, oh God, please turn us into humans. Please turn us into humans. Please turn us into humans. Again, Papu Nina worries. The God says, "Oh, a couple of ducks, I'll turn you into humans. I'll turn you into humans." And ring, they become human, and they love being human. They have all the power, they have all the movement, the freedom, they can build their own home, the independence, and they soon becomes rich and have so many followers. Because of their followers, they think that they should take over the kingdom. So they plan a plot to take over the kingdom. However, the king hears their plan, and before anything happened to his kingdom, the king sends troops of brave and strong soldiers. And having no experience with wars, Papu Mama and Papu Nina lose, and they ran away. They ran away to the woods, and they rest under ajang kelicung trees. Papu Mama feels really hurt. "I do not want to be a mere person. I don't want to be a commoner," he says. Papu Nina says, "Well, what can you do about it? We're already human, so..." And then Papu Mama says, "I have an idea. The one who has most freedom is the God. Why don't we ask God to turn us into gods?" And Papu Nina really worries this time. Do you think God... Oh, okay, just pray. Okay, so they pray together. Tiang tunas doa le nenek, God, oh God, oh God, please turn us into gods. Please turn us into gods. Please turn us into gods. And the God says, "Oh, a couple of humans, I'll turn you into lelampa. I'll turn you into sandals." And tring, plop. They are there, the lelampa, deep in the woods, waiting for anyone who can move them. And that's my story for Under the Aalamaram. Nandri.
In a small village in Karnataka, there was a merchant. He was a miser, would not part with even one penny. And he was also a cheat. He would do anything to get all the money from his customers. And anyone who comes there for any donations or contributions, he would look at them and ask, "For what do you want this? Why do you want this? Where will you use this? Who wants this?" And so many questions that they would all go away saying, "Please keep your money."
Just right opposite to the merchant's house, there was a neem tree. And there lived a man, Beka Bitti. All he did was all he did was that, sing and relax. When he felt hungry, he would just go do some small odd jobs, fill his tummy, come back to the tree and do and relax. But he kept observing this merchant and thought, he's not doing good. He's a cheat. I need to teach him a lesson. He goes to the merchant and says, I don't have food to eat, and I'm a very principled man. I need you to give me a job so that I can eat. The merchant thought, a man who can work free for me? What more do I want? And he looked at Beka Bitti and said, look, oh man, Beka Bitti, I will hire you, but tomorrow you will be gone and I will be in difficulty. If you promise to me that you will work for me permanently till I kick you out, you can join. Beka Bitti said, I will do that. But if you kick me out, you have to pay me 1,000 rupees. Why will I kick you out? I need a person. No, I won't kick you out. Come. And both of them signed a contract. As per the contract, Beka Bitti came to the merchant's house and started living there. Early morning, he went to his master and said, Master, what is my work? The merchant looked and said, that horse of mine, every day morning, you need to take wet horse gram and place it before him. Take him to the tank for a wash. Give him some grass and tie him up. That's all. Anything more? Do that, said the merchant. Beka Bitti was super thrilled. That's all, no? I will do it. So he went, got some horse gram, wetted it, put it in front of the horse. That's how the horse tried to eat it, for Beka Bitti put the gram at an arm's length away from the horse. Beka Bitti waited for some time, took the horse gram, threw it away. Took the horse to the tank. Made the horse stand at a distance and said, go have a wash, go have a wash, go have a wash, go have a wash. But he didn't allow the horse to go to the tank. Waited for some time, came back. Took just a handful of grass, gave it to the horse, but at an arm's length, and waited for the horse to eat. And after some time, threw the grass away. He continued to do this, and the horse was famished and tired and feeble, without water to drink and food to eat. After a week, the merchant came. My dear horse, what happened to you? Beka Bitti, have you given my horse the wetted horse gram? Of course, master. Look, there's a heap of horse gram there. What? A heap of horse gram? You did not make him eat it? Master, did you tell me? That's why I didn't. Calm down. Okay. Did you give him water to drink? Water to drink? You asked me to take him to the tank. I took him. I asked him to wash himself. He didn't wash. I brought him back. You didn't ask me to give him water to drink, no? Okay. Did you give him grass to eat? Okay, fine. I didn't ask you to give him to eat. I agree. What kind of a guy have I hired? Beka Bitti, listen carefully. Every day morning, take wetted horse gram, make my horse eat it. Take him to the tank, make him drink water, give him a wash, bring him back, feed him grass, and then tie him. Understood? Yes, my master. I shall do that, said Beka Bitti. And Bekabiti continued to do what his master had told, and the horse became better. And actually, the horse was quite happy with Bekabiti. After a couple of weeks, the merchant came and told Bekabiti, I am going to my mother-in-law's house, but before I reach there, I want you to go to my mother-in-law and tell that I am coming there and ask her to cook all my favorite dishes. Yes, can you tell me which village she lives in? And the merchant told him all the details, and Bekabiti left. He searched for his mother-in-law's house, not his merchant's mother-in-law's house. Mother-in-law looked. Who are you, Pa? Who are you? I am Bekabiti, your son-in-law's servant. He is coming here. My son-in-law is coming here. I have to go to the kitchen to make all his dishes. Okay. Hello, Auntie. I am here to tell you that your son-in-law is not well. What happened to my son-in-law? He is under medication. He will be okay, but he has to have some specific diet. When he comes, give him 2 balls of flour fried in bitter oil, 3 hot green peppers. His water which he drinks should be boiling hot with a lot of salt, and he can sleep only in a dark room which is filled with red chilies. What is wrong with my son-in-law? What kind of a disease has he got? Okay, I will do exactly what he said. Mother-in-law and father-in-law were so worried, but they did exactly what Bekabiti said. The merchant came, but he couldn't smell any of his favorite dishes. He thought, okay, she's already cooked. He washed his hands and legs and went inside and sat. Mother-in-law came with a plate. Merchant saw and was expecting all yummy dishes. And all he saw was 2 balls of flour, 3 red peppers. He remembered his wife saying, don't fuss with my mom. Whatever she gives, you eat. Yeah, maybe they are poor and bankrupt now. And my wife didn't want to tell me. He took the flour. He looked at his father-in-law also. It was so spicy. The water was so hot. He gulped it down, throat burned, tummy aching. He said, can I sleep, please? Mother-in-law took him to that room. It was all dark, and he closed the door and said, why did I even come here? And red chilies and that pungent odor. He just wanted to sleep, and you know what Bekabiti did? He latched the door from outside. And in some time, our merchant's tummy was completely upset. All kinds of sounds from the tummy. He was feeling like he was having diarrhea and had to relieve himself. Bekabiti, open the door. Bekabiti, though he heard, he didn't do anything. And he didn't want to wake up his in-laws. He looked around in the room, and there in the corner found an empty vessel. Relieved himself there and said, okay, let me see in the morning what I can do. Bekabiti, around 5 o'clock early in the morning, opened the latch. Just as the sun's first rays came, the merchant took the vessel and started going out of the house. And you know what Bekabiti did? He immediately came down to his aunts and uncle, merchants' in-laws, and said, your son-in-law is going away because he is angry with you both. My son-in-law is angry! Son-in-law, please come back! And they started running behind him. The merchant looked back. He was embarrassed, for he had that vessel, full of what? And he started running. These two were running behind him. They said, stop! And at the end of it, he just threw whatever he had and he fainted. The mother-in-law and father-in-law, with the help of a lot of other people, got him back home. As the merchant opened his eyes, Mother-in-law looked at him and said, "Son-in-law, what disease do you have? Why are you like this? Are you going to a correct doctor or not?" "Disease? What are you saying?" "Bekabiti told me you have a disease." And the mother-in-law told everything. The merchant looked at Bekabiti, took 1,000 rupees, gave it to Bekabiti and said, "Appa, Bekabiti, please go from my life. Never, ever, ever come back." And Bekabiti said, "I will never come back. You hope are better." And Bekabiti never, ever, 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 ever troubled the merchant again and lived happily under the neem tree, singing ta na 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 na. And that's my story for Under the Aalamaram.
Wow.
I can't stop laughing. I was just laughing. It was so funny. All the stories were so wonderful. Oh my goodness, I can't stop laughing.
Yes, I love all four of the story.
Yes, yes. Yeah, very different. Yes. Don't you think we should have a short chat with our friends?
Can
With
we?
our fellow storytellers? I think so.
Yeah. I
Can we
have
invite
the
them?
two of the storyteller here with me.
Okay. And I think I'll invite the other two.
Yeah.
Anaga and Parvati also.
Yes,
Yes.
let's do that.
All right. Let's
So
do that.
here we
Come on, come on.
go.
Yay. Ah, there they are.
Oh, I forget my mask.
Oh yeah, the mask. Yes.
Ta-da!
Lovely, lovely. Okay. Now, B, I would like to ask you, why did you become a storyteller?
Everything is because of this guy.
What?
So
No,
tell the reason why.
I'm sorry. I got goosebumps. I became a storyteller because I love to listen to stories. So in my head, probably I can be a storyteller so more people listen to stories.
Nice.
Lovely. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah.
And maybe I can ask to Parvati. Hi Parvati. I love the Tapta story.
Thank you.
So tell me, do you have like something amazing experience during your time telling stories to children?
Yes,
Which
lot
one
of,
the most touching?
Yeah, once I told a story about the giving tree. There's a story called the giving tree where the tree gives everything to the boy. So it was in a lake, and there were a lot of children sitting there. I told the story, and you won't believe it. After I finished, I found one kid was crying. He was sobbing listening to that story. My God, that was when I realized how powerful stories are, and as storytellers, how powerful we are also. We have to be so
Nice.
careful. Yeah, that was a very, very touching incident which I had. I never forget that.
Lovely, lovely. Very nice, very nice. Now my question is for Putri.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Putri. Now, how do you choose your stories?
Okay, so a few weeks ago, Aryo, Bie, Nami, and I met online and we agreed to tell stories from east of Indonesia. And I had this area, Nusa Tenggara, and I looked for this story. And this is the story that I first read. But I don't know, I have fallen in love since the first read, so I had to tell this story. That's it.
So, do you feel that the stories speak to you?
Yes, actually, I think that it relates so much with human in general. Sometimes we want more and more and more. until sometimes, not always, but sometimes we forget that it's enough anyway.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. That was lovely.
you.
Very nice. Yes, now Arya, it's your turn.
Oh, my turn. So now it's
Yes.
my turn for asking the question to Jiva Raghunath or Anaga. Okay, Anaga. Well, I love the way you tell the story. So energetic,
Expressive.
so expressive.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So tell me, why is it you from the very beginning? Every time you tell the stories, it's always like that, or it depend on the story, or it's your style became very energetic and expressive, just like before.
Okay. I am like this, so I'm always energetic, and I am. People say I'm quite expressive even when I'm speaking. So even when I'm telling a story, I'm just myself. Just that the story, I just make the story mine, and the characters come from me. But again, I'm just myself when I'm telling the story. So there is no what do you call? There's no process or there's no mask that I put on when I'm telling a story. So the storyteller is Anaga, how she is in the real life. So that is what I am.
Nice.
Wonderful.
So the story became your story, right?
Yes.
Nice. How about that, Auntie Jiva?
That's nice. I strongly believe that never you lose your own voice. You must have yourself. You must be yourself. And that's precisely what I saw in B and Putri as well. They were themselves. They were themselves and
Yes.
so different. Both of them are so different. Not only both of them, even Parvati and Anaga. Each of them are so different. And I could see their each individual strength that each of them had. And how well they use their strength in expressing the story. And that's what connects with people like us, with the listeners. I think it makes a whale of a difference, when we see different things. And there's so much of learning. I learned so much from each one of you today. There's so much to learn from all of you, and every little thing, every little story teaches you one thing or the other. Thank you. That was a wonderful session. Hats off to you. And I know there are 3 more waiting. What's going to happen?
Yes. 3 more stories.
Yes, 3 more stories or maybe more. We don't know.
Okay, so next we will have the last session for this festival. We have 3 more storytellers will tell their stories. So who are they, Auntie Jeeves?
You want to start off?
Yes, okay. So the 5th storyteller is from India. Meher. Meher.
Meher. Yes. Yeah.
Sorry. Meher. So the story is going to be The Evergreen Tree.
Yes, we seem to be having so many trees. Maybe because it's under the Aalamaram.
True.
It's also a tree.
Maybe. And the next one, Auntie Jeeves?
Yeah, that is from, of course, the Indonesian team. We have Namira. Is that right?
Yeah.
Namira. And she's going to tell the deer and the hermit crab. What is it? A combination? Rare combination, right? A crab and a deer?
Well, I
We're gonna
guess
have a surprise listening.
we need to listen to the story then. So, and then the last one, the 7th, is Mira. Who's going to tell us the story of a boy who wanted to sing.
That's strange. Boy wanting to sing. Usually it's the girls. Always boys say, oh, it's girl stuff. Huh? Never know.
Yes. So, are you curious, guys? Ready to listen to the stories?
I have something to say before we put on the little video.
Yes.
It may not be the last three.
What? Really?
Suspense.
Okay. Now I'm waiting.
Flying away to the warm, warm place. Flying away to the warm, warm place. Flying away to the... What's that? Ah! Ah! My wing! My wing! It hurts! My wing! I'm falling! I'm falling! I'm falling! A long, long time ago, on a cold winter morning, when cold winds blew all day long, there were these birds who were flying from the northern regions to the south, to the warmer places. They would stay there until springtime. But there was this one little bird who could not fly with them because one of its wings was broken. So this little bird looked around. She looked here, she looked there, and she looked everywhere for some shelter. And then she thought to herself, maybe one of these trees can give me shelter until springtime. I will ask them. So she hopped and she fluttered until she came across a tall silver birch tree. And she said, hello, beautiful birch tree. Will you please help me? I need your warm branches until spring, 'cause I can't fly with my broken wing. And the silver birch tree said, oh, goodness me, no ways, little bird. If I allow you shelter in my branches, who will take care of my leaves? No ways. Shoo, go away, little bird. Go away. The little bird felt sad, but she did not give up hope. And she hopped and she fluttered until she came across a majestic oak tree. And she said, hello, mighty oak tree. Will you please help me? I need your warm branches until spring, 'cause I can't fly with my broken wing. And the majestic oak tree said, goodness me, no ways, little bird. If I allow you shelter in my branches, and what if you eat away all my acorns? No ways. Shoo, go away, little bird. Go away. The little bird was now feeling a little hopeless, but she still did not give up. She was disappointed, but she hopped and she fluttered until she came across a willow tree. And she said, hello, lovely willow tree. Will you please help me? I need your warm branches until spring, 'cause I can't fly with my broken wing. And the willow tree said, goodness me, no ways, little bird. If I allow you shelter in my branches, and what if you decide to make it your permanent home? What if you choose never to leave? No ways. Shoo! Go away, little bird. Go away. The little bird now was dejected, feeling completely hopeless and shivering in the bitter cold. She was almost about to faint. when she heard a voice call out to her. "You may live in my warm branches, little bird." She opened her eyes, and what did she see? A kind spruce tree calling out to her. "You are most welcome to live in my branches, little bird. I would love to have you." "That's very kind of you, spruce tree, but may I live all winter until springtime?" "Of course you may. Please come in. I would love to have you. You can give me some company too." The little bird now felt a ray of hope. So she hopped and she fluttered, and she hopped and she fluttered as she climbed to move to the warmest branch of the spruce tree. Now, next to the spruce tree stood a pine tree who had been listening to this entire conversation. And the pine tree said, little bird, my branches are not that warm, but I am tall and strong, and I can guard you, protect you against the harsh winter winds all throughout these months." "That's really kind of you, pine tree. Thank you so much," said the little bird as she hopped and she fluttered and she hopped and she fluttered and went and sat on the warmest branch of the spruce tree. Now, behind the spruce and the pine tree stood a juniper tree, and the juniper tree also wanted to offer some help to the little bird. So the juniper tree said, little bird, you need not feel hungry at all, for I can offer you my juniper berries that will keep you well fed and full throughout these winter months. You can take as many juniper berries as you like." The little bird now was very cozy and comfortable all through winter, with lots of juniper berries to eat. And she was so thankful and grateful for these lovely new friends. Whereas, on the other hand, the birch and the oak and the willow tree stood tall and proud not to have let the little bird in. Now that night, the north wind came out to play. Would you like to know what's his favorite game? To huff and puff and blow off all the leaves from all the trees. And the north wind said to his daddy, the frost king, "Yay, daddy! Tonight is the coldest night of the year. And tonight I'm going to huff and puff and blow off all the leaves from all the trees. I am so excited." But the frost king very firmly said, "Listen, son, you may do that, but you will not touch the leaves of the spruce, the pine, and the juniper tree. They have been very kind, compassionate, and helpful to the little bird, and so they will retain their leaves all through winter. In fact, even in the harshest of winters, their leaves will be untouched, and they will be called the evergreen trees. Do you understand?" "Yes, Daddy, I get it." So that night, the north wind came out to play, and it huffed and puffed. And it blew off the leaves of all the trees, except the spruce, the pine, and the juniper trees. In fact, these trees, even in the harshest, coldest of winter, never lose their leaves, and which is why they are called The evergreen trees. Evergreen trees, evergreen trees. That was the story of the evergreen trees. And that was my story for Under the Aalamaram. Thank you.
Hello, I would like to share a story from Maluku Island. Ooh, the spice island of Indonesia. Well, not just many spices, but also many animals, many big trees, and of course, beautiful beach. They even made a song about the beauty of Maluku, and it goes like this. Kota Ambon, ibu negeri tanah Maluku, di pinggir laut, tempat beta bersatu. Oh, what a beautiful white sandy beach with its tall and fruitful coconut trees. And all along its 11th cape. Do you know, my little friend, what cape is? Well, cape is a geographic term which means a piece of land that extending into the sea. And this beach also a home of 1,000 hermit crabs. These hermit crabs love to bury themselves inside the sand and then they emerge with a sound plop. So funny. And a little bit far from that white sandy beach, there was a forest where lived many animals. Oh, there were a and tweet and oink lived there peacefully. And of course, a herd of deers. These herd of deers were so beautiful with their light brown, white dotted fur. And they can run super fast. So all the animals envy their beauty and their speed. But these two things, what makes those deers super cocky. You know, they always brag themselves around. They even started to challenge every other animals for a running race. And if other animals lose, those deers will take away those animals home. One by one. All the and tweet and oink start losing their home until finally those deers reach that white sandy beach. And when those deers walked at the beach, they finally meet one little hermit crab under the coconut tree. And then one of the deer said, "Hey, little crab, do you live here?" And then the hermit crab answered, "Well, hello, friends. Yes, I do live here." Hearing how slow the hermit crabs talk and walk, those deers burst into laughter. And then they continue, "Then I challenge you for a running race. And if you lose, you have to leave this beach. So tomorrow morning, I will come back and then we will race from this very first cape until the 11th cape. Understood? Or am I talking too fast to you? Huh?" And that the deers went away. Oh, this is quite a problem because we all know hermit crabs were indeed slow. But no worries, my little friend. The hermit crabs were slow, but they were also smart. They looked similar to each other, but they can recognize among themselves while other animals can't. So that night, all the hermit crabs gathered and they came up with one big strategy. You see, they will put one hermit crab on each cave and then hiding in the sand. And when the deer arrived at that cave, the hermit crab have to slowly emerge with a sound plop and then shout it right behind you. So that's the idea. Will it work? So the next morning, the deer already arrived at the beach, and then the deer said, "Hey, hermit crab, are you ready for losing, huh?" And then the hermit crab answered, "I will race with one condition. If you win, you can take our beach. But if I win, you have to give all the other animals back home. Unless if you afraid of me winning." What? Afraid of you winning? No, stop talking, let's race. And then they race. Of course, the deer running until the second cave, while proudly saying, "Ha! That silly old hermit crab," without even noticing. Hermit crab slowly emerged from the sand, plop, and then shouted, "Right behind you." Of course, the deer shocked. Wait, what? But without wasting any time, the deer, and then again, running even faster. And again, arriving at the third cave, the deer proudly said, "Ha! Beat that, hermit crab," without noticing. Hermit crab slowly emerged from the sand, plop, and then shouted, "Right behind you." Oh no, what happening here? The deer, of course, shocked, but then again, the deer running even faster to the third cave, fourth cave, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth cave. And the deer, of course, start to losing its breath because the deer running without resting. And of course, the same thing always happened. Every time that deer arrive at every cave, hermit crab slowly emerged from the sand, plop, and then shouted, "Right behind you." Oh no. The deer, of course, didn't want to lose with the hermit crab. So, again, the deer running. The deer finally reached the 10th cave. But the deer can't even barely breathe. Powerless, and then the deer passed out. The deer can't even finish the race. So eventually, the hermit crabs won for being smart. So, of course, the deers know they have to fulfill their promise, so they gave back all the other animals home. And then because they're feeling so ashamed, they then went far away to Aru Island. So nowadays, if you guys had a chance to visit Maluku, make sure to take a peek to Aru Island, and then you shall see those beautiful deers living not so cocky anymore. Terima kasih, Nandri, and that's my story under the Aalamaram.
Hello, Vanakkam, Namaskaram, and Salam Alaikum. That is our Kuti, my little boy right there. What a sweet little boy he was. Very sweet, always nice to everyone, always knowing the right things to say, and that was why his teacher was very upset. Very upset when he had to give him the report card. I mean, he tried hard to give him marks here and there, but he couldn't count beyond. And so the teacher called Kuti and said, "See, my boy, I know you are a good boy, but I don't know if you'll be able to do this thing, the school and all that. You be here, but I suggest that you look for an alternate profession." "What do you mean, sir, alternate?" "You learn something else so that, you can depend on it for your life. You understand what I mean?" Yes. Now, what could Kuti learn? He thought and thought and thought, and then he knew the answer. It was so clear. You see, his father, Raman Kuti, was a very great musician. Anyone who came home would say, "Raman Kuti, what about a song now?" His grandfather, Krishnan Kuti, was an even greater musician, world famous. And his mother and his sister both were very accomplished dancers. Now, would you have any doubt at all as to what Kuti should do, what he should learn? Of course not. All he had to learn was music, because music was in his blood. And so there was one problem though. He didn't know music. So what do you do when you don't know something? Of course, you have to go to a teacher. And that was what Kuti did. He found a teacher to teach him music. Ta-na-na. The teacher was going, "Sir, can you please teach me music?" "Music? And may I know who you are?" said the teacher. "I am Krishnan Kutti's grandson." "Oh, the great Krishnan Kutti's grandson? Of course, music should be your choice. Just like your father, just like your grandfather, you are going to be great singers." "Now tell me, my dear boy, tell me, how many notes do you know the 7 notes of music?" "I know math notes, I know English notes, I know these 3 notes." "How many more?" "2 more notes I don't know to make it 7, said Kuti. This boy just doesn't know music. He doesn't know math either. It's okay. We all learn by learning, Don't worry. Sit down. I will teach you the 7 notes. Da, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Repeat after me now. You have to do it the proper way. So Kuti did. I'm ready, sir. Sa. Kuti, stop. Why don't you give it some emotion, some bhava, like let it mean something. Okay. Re. Can you lower your volume a bit? I mean, it's too loud. Ga. What happened, my boy? Is your stomach okay? Yes, sir. I am fine. It's okay. That's enough for today. You go home and practice. Practice makes perfect. Now, of course, Kuti had to practice. And who was the best person to practice with in his home? He thought about it. Of course, it was his father. So the next day morning, just as his teacher had told him, Kuti got up early, took a bath, and went and sat in front of his father, who was reading a newspaper. Appa, he told his father, I'm going to practice music. Wonderful, said the father. I am so proud of you. After all, you are my son. Now, just like I told you, early in the morning, yes, sit cross-legged, of course, and then concentrate. Yes, Appa, sure. So Kuti did that. Concentrate. Sa, re. Father said, I am a little busy. I have to finish reading the newspaper. I won't be able to guide you. Why don't you go to your mother in the kitchen? She is the best teacher. Of course, going to her mother was always fun. His mother always loved him. So he went to the kitchen where his mother was washing vessels. Amma, I'm going to learn singing. I'm going to practice singing. He said, oh, my dear darling, my dear sweetheart, you're such, I love you so much. Come, sing. Amma, if you keep looking at me, I get conscious. That was so sweet. Okay, I won't look at you. The mother turned towards the sink. She opened the water and pretended to wash vessels as she was listening to Kuti. Sa, re, ga. The vessel fell down. I think the kitchen is not the right place, my dear son. You go find some other place. Which other place to find? The only other room in the house was the place where his sister was practicing. I'm going to sit here and practice music, he told his sister. No, she said, Amma, okay, tattletale, sit down, but don't disturb me. I won't disturb you. I don't like to disturb. So he sat down. And sa, re, ga, ma. If you ever come to my room again to practice music, I don't know what I am going to do to you. Scram! Get out! Where could he go now? He looked out of the window. There's cow, Lakshmi. He went near her. Lakshmi had just finished having a good lunch and was chewing the cud. He patted Lakshmi on her back and said, Lakshmi, you won't mind, no, if I sing? I'm doing practice, I'm learning. And so he sat down and started singing and reached ga, ma, pa, and gone. He felt a kick on his butt and flop. He was flying up in the air and he found himself on top of the tamarind tree. Lakshmi was running rounds around the tree and finally ran away. Now, what to do? Kuti climbed down the tree and said, just as well, I will practice alone. Nobody to disturb me. Nobody to come in the way of my practice. That is very important. And so he started. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, dum. There was a sound. And, who are you? Ghost killer! Help! Ghost killer! I'm not a ghost killer. I'm Kuti. Go ghost! Go ghost killer! Wait. You do whatever you want, but don't sing, said the ghost. Kuti said, that's not possible. You see, I have to learn music, then I have to become rich and famous. But there's a lot of things to do in my life. I can't not sing. Oh, so the ghost, I can't bear to hear you sing. I'll do one thing. You know what? I'll make you rich and famous. How? Oh, that's a nice idea. I like it, said Kuti. Now, what was the idea? Well, very nearby lived a very rich man who had a very sweet daughter, just like Kuti. She was nice. She never said bad things. She never shouted. She was kind to everybody. And of course, she was the apple of her father's eye. One day, when she was playing in the garden, the ghost slowly went up to her and went through her ears. And the girl, who was smiling nicely like this, suddenly went with She pinched the little girl and then she walked on all fours. She climbed on the dining table. Father said, someone help my daughter, please. I will give everything to anyone who can help my dear daughter. And of course, who could help his dear daughter but our dear Kuti? Kuti came there and he looked right through the girl's eyes into the ghost who was inside her head and said, go. The ghost said, why will I go? I'm having so much fun. I'm going to be right here. You know what you want. Oh, said Kuti, do what I want. You know what I will do? I will sing. Stop. Right there. I will never ever trouble you again, but please don't sing. And away went the ghost, scared out of his wits. Of course, the girl's father was extremely happy with this and promptly got them both married off. And what a perfect couple they were, made for each other. Both of them were very sweet. I already told you, they were very kind. I already told you, they always help others. I already told you. And of course, there was something else that was same to same with both of them. They both liked to sing the same way. Which way? Come on, all of you can sing along with me. Sa, re, ga. That was my story for Under the Aalamaram.
You want to try singing, Aryo?
I can't. My voice is not
I would
good.
love to sing like that. That was really funny. All the
Really
stories
fun.
were so good and very clever. Hermit
Yeah.
Crab. Really
And
very
different.
nice. It was
Each story
wonderful.
are different,
Yes,
right?
yes. And yeah, very different. Yeah, the evergreen tree. Everything was so touching and moving and fun and intelligent storytelling. Maybe we
True.
should have a chat with the three of them now.
Yeah. Can we?
I think you should call.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's call Meher, Namira, and Mira.
Yay!
Yay!
There you are. Nice. Very
much fun.
nice. Yes, a lot of fun. Yes, Aryo.
So,
Let's ask Meher something.
yeah. I wanted to ask to Meher. So, since when your storytelling journey began, and how was it until today? Is there any different? Of course, there's any different, but I mean, what happened during the journey? Is that something changed you?
Yeah, so my journey began in 2015. My storytelling journey began, and it primarily began with me reading to my own daughter. And the thing that really struck me or made me want to do this for other children or for the community at large is that spark or that joy in the eye or the face when people listen to a story. And then when people look at you and they say, they are like glued, that's what gives me that, okay, now they are in my world and it's my responsibility now to get them back to our world carefully. And the one thing that has been really special, Aryo, I can say is recently I did a storytelling for a school, and one of the child came up, it was online, and asked me, how did you become a storyteller? Means the child actually wanted to tell stories immediately after listening, and they wanted to know that what made me become a storyteller and how did I become a storyteller. So the journey has been very fulfilling. And over the year, initially I used to read aloud more from books. Now I thoroughly love telling stories orally.
Nice, thank you.
Yes, Namira. And what's your story of a storyteller? Is it that you were forced to become a storyteller, or is it just that you thought it'd be nice to do something different? Were you in a different profession before becoming a storyteller? Lots of questions to you.
Okay, he the one who forced me, of course.
Really?
No, it's a very nice forcing, Kayo. So yeah, I'm enjoying storytelling so much. I actually a teacher. I once lecturer. I'm still managing my own school, special needs school. But I love storytelling because I learned so many through storytelling. So it was amazing.
Wonderful. Since you mentioned special needs, how different is it to tell stories to the special needs children?
Well, it's kind of different. It's kind of tricky, but they too enjoy stories. But maybe the strategy is kind of different with the regular children. For them, I suggest maybe like one-on-one storytelling that will effectively.
Okay.
Okay.
That's super cool.
Thank
Super
you.
cool.
Super
Super
cool.
cool
Thank
teacher.
you. Super cool. Teacher, my teacher.
No. Now, talking about teacher, I'm going to ask to Mira. This is related to one of my teacher, which is the queen of storyteller in India, Zifar Agui. She's my teacher, my mentor, my best friend, my auntie. And I love the way she sing when she was telling the story. So, Mira, what do you think about your story, and the singing part? Because I noticed every Indian storyteller, I think all of Indian storyteller, they have this ability to sing because
I agree.
you have a lot of good songs. So what do you think about that? Do you usually use singing in your storytelling, or it depends on the story?
Well, I have to confess that I am not a singer, so for me the story was perfect, but because it was all about bad singing, so I could just let myself go and do whatever I wanted. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I feel the way singing just fuses into the story, and I do use it. I mean, especially with children, I don't mind because they're not going to judge, but do you know how your notes right and all that. But I think it really adds a lot of just a spontaneity. So when you're singing, you're not acting or you're not doing anything, right? You're just singing. So I think it's wonderful. I love the way songs just blend into stories, and I'm in awe of people who do that so easily, including, of course, Jiva ma'am. And Jiva ma'am, thank you so much. You're a wonderful teacher. I should definitely say that since Aryo did mention it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the end, right? The end of the. What?
You heard our storytellers tell stories under the Aalamaram. But do you know there are some trees waiting to tell story?
Trees? What do you mean by trees?
Yes.
We already have 7 storytellers from India and Indonesia already told their stories. And now
But there are 7 trees, in fact 8 trees.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can we watch them?
Of course, yes. Get ready.
Okay. So here we go.
Under the Aalamaram. Yes.
Okay. Trees from all over Indonesia and India. Now that we are all here, we need to think about some way to scare the humans away, because it is so upsetting that over the years they have cut us down, and despite so many years of concerns among the humans, they still cut us down. So I think we cannot depend on them anymore. We need to gather our own ideas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I'm here. I want to go first.
Okay.
I am the Bevinamara.
Bevinamara. Tell me more about you.
I am the neem tree. And you know, all these humans come running to me. Not for just one thing. I give them shade. They use my leaves because it has medicinal properties. And the cool breeze that I blow, they relax under it. But in spite of all of this, they're cutting me down. You know what I can do about that? When they're relaxing, humans want to munch something, right? So I'll take my leaves and make small balls, laddus out of the leaves, and just drop them down. They will think it is sweet and put it into the mouth. It's gonna be all bitter, and then they will know how they have made our lives bitter. What do you think of the idea?
I think it's a horrible idea. I'm sorry, Bevinamara, okay? Your name is pretty, your face is pretty, everything about you is pretty. I'm sure your heart is pretty too. But your idea is horrible. I am your cousin from faraway land in Papua, Indonesia, to be exact. My name is Beringin, and my singing voice is the most unbearable, horrible sound you have ever heard. I'm telling you, I sound super bad. So why don't we scare away the humans by singing all day, all night long? Like this. Aku beringin, I am the most horrible sounding voice in the whole world. Right?
You drive us away from them. You will drive us also away with your singing. Please, no singing, no singing. I am Unintao, the tree from Manipur, northeast. I am the king of timber. You know, they use me for making furniture and all. They cut me for. That's what they're doing, and they're cutting me left, right, center. They're cutting us. Because you think the humans want so much of furniture, they are wasting it. And the ashes of my berries are very good for sores. In spite of it, they are cutting us. I have decided what we should do. I am very tall and heavy. So from top, I will throw the sticks, twigs on the heads of the humans who come to cut.
Uning tau. I don't think that's a good idea because you can hurt the other animals like the squirrel, the rabbit, and the deer. It would not be fair for them. So, I was thinking of another idea. I'm Ajang Kelicung, a tree from Nusa Tenggara. I have strong branch and trunks, and I am super expensive for that because human love me that way. And I got more and more expensive because I got rarer and rarer. But I have strong fruits. My idea is, how about we pelt those human, and I can be a sniper. I'm really good at that, and I will pelt them, so then they will go away. Huh?
No, Ajam Kalichum, you don't know humans. The more you give them, the more they want. Like, see, I'm the Aalamaram. The pulp, the juice from my pulp. It's so tangy that it can make any dish super yummy. But so what? They keep coming back for more and more and more. I don't think this will work. I have an idea. You see, I am part of this ghostly network because there are a lot of ghosts who come to live on me. I can put in a word and, they will take care of everything. Everything will be...
But, Aalamaram, please. I'm scared of ghosts myself. No. Big no. So, I am Bunga Bangkai, or the corpse flower. Ooh, I'm a rare giant flower from Indonesia. Oh, I'm famous because I'm so stinky and I'm fabulous. Okay, forget it. Okay, so my idea is I will let go all my stinkiness. Whoa, let go all the way with all my might, so that human know who's the boss is. What do you guys think?
No, come on. Bunga, Bunga. You've already attracted so many fleas. Stinky will not work, but sticky will. I am the deodar tree, the pine tree. You heard my story in the evergreen trees and how I protected the little bird from the harsh cold winds. My sap can disgust anyone and everyone. And then I will shed needle-like leaves, my needle leaves on the human filled with sap. And the way he will run, he'll run on his toes and make sure he never comes close. So I say sap.
No.
We should throw the
Stop it. Come on, trees. Why are you all doing this? What do you mean by scaring people? People should start loving you. We can do anything. We can achieve anything by spreading love. Let's spread love to everybody. Let everybody learn to love trees and plants and flowers. That way, they will all start hugging us. They will start growing us. Now, each one of us can spread our seeds all over the world and take the message to people, and each one watching this will in turn take this message to more people and more people and more people and more people. A ripple effect, and soon this earth will be a green earth. so full of joy and happiness. So let's not build walls, let's build bridges. All right? That's from the Aalamaram to all my lovely family. Don't go away, there's a surprise waiting. That was good, wasn't it? Good idea.
Lovely. I love
Yeah.
that. What a surprise.
Yes, it was. And what I'd like to mention here is this was thought about the storytellers. They came up with this idea. And just
Wow.
imagine collaborating and working together. It's so beautiful.
True.
Yeah.
Agree,
And that's why I
agree.
keep saying, let's build bridges and not walls. So in order to kind of finish the festival, maybe we should do a story in English and Bahasa Indonesia about building bridges.
We? Now?
Yep, both of us now. Yep,
Really?
it's okay. It's okay. I'll just tell and you follow. You're so good at it.
I thought that was the ending of the festival. Not yet?
Really, not yet, because our dear friends said it'll be nice if we can do something for them as a little token of love and appreciation for the stories that they gave us. It's
Well.
just a way to thank them by giving a story back to them. Okay?
Okay. I'm ready.
Are you
then.
ready, nephew?
Yes, Auntie, I'm ready.
Once upon a time, there were two brothers.
Pada suatu hari, ada dua bersaudara.
Yes, there were two brothers. They loved each other.
Mereka saling mencintai.
If the elder brother said, do this way, younger brother,
Ketika saudara yang tertua lakukan ini,
the younger brother would say, yes, brother.
adik yang terkecil akan berkata, baik kakakku.
That was how they lived in harmony and love.
Dan itulah cara mereka hidup berdampingan dengan harmoni yang indah.
Harmonia indah. Yes. Now, what happened was, the older brother got married.
Nah, apa yang terjadi kemudian? Kakak tertua menikah.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that they're going to start fighting, right?
Mungkin kita akan berpikir bahwa mereka akan mulai bertengkar, kan?
Because there is a woman.
Karena ada seorang perempuan.
No, 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 no.
Tidak.
What happened was, the younger brother said,
Yang terjadi adalah adik terkecil berkata,
older brother,
kakak tertua,
you're married
kamu telah menikah.
and you'll soon have a baby.
Dan segera akan memiliki anak.
And this house won't be enough.
Dan rumahnya tidak akan cukup.
So I
Dan aku
will build a house for myself.
akan pindah dan membuat rumah untuk diriku sendiri.
And the older brother said,
Dan
good
kakak
idea.
tertua berkata, ide bagus.
Now, in front of the older brother's house,
Dan di depan rumah kakak yang tertua,
there was a small stream.
ada
A river,
sungai kecil.
So the younger brother built a house on the other bank.
Dan adik terkecil membangun rumahnya di seberang sungai.
You will ask me,
Dia akan bertanya,
why not beside?
kenapa tidak di sisi rumahnya?
But
Tapi
if you're opposite,
kalau ada di seberangnya,
you can always see
kita akan selalu bisa melihat
and be so happy.
dan tetap merasa bahagia.
And life continued.
Dan hidup berjalan kembali.
Now the younger brother got married.
Kini adik yang terkecil menikah.
No, not yet.
Tapi
You
belum
want to start
selesai.
the fight at once? No.
Mereka tidak akan bertengkar.
Now the older brother had a child,
Kakak tertua memiliki anak
and the younger brother had an anak.
dan adik yang terkecil juga memiliki anak.
Yes. Now the anak grew up.
And the baby tumbuh.
They were very good friends.
Dan mereka berteman dengan baik.
They shared their food.
Mereka berbagi makanan.
They shared their eggs.
Mereka berbagi telur-telur yang dimiliki.
They shared their flowers.
Mereka berbagi bunga-bunga yang indah.
One day,
Suatu hari,
the older brother's son
anak dari kakak yang tertua
had a new toy.
punya mainan baru.
And he ran to show the younger brother.
Dan dia berlari untuk menunjukkannya kepada adik kecilnya.
The younger brother saw the toy
Adik kecil itu melihat mainan baru itu
and said,
dan berkata,
I want this toy. Very nice.
Ayo, aku mau mainan itu.
and the older brother's son said,
dan anak kakak tertua kemudian berkata,
Nah.
Tidak.
Tidak, it's mine.
No. Itu milikku.
and they started fighting.
dan mereka mulai bertengkar.
Both the children went home crying.
Kedua anak itu pulang ke rumah sambil menangis.
And the mothers asked their children,
Dan para ibunya kemudian bertanya kepada anak-anak itu,
what happened?
apa yang terjadi?
He never gave me the toy. He beat me.
Dia tidak mau berbagi mainannya dan dia memukulku.
And the older brother's son said,
He wants my toy. He pinched me.
Dan anak dari kakak yang tertua berkata,
Dia mau mainanku dan dia mencubitku.
that was it. The two women were very angry.
itu yang terjadi. Dan kemudian kedua perempuan itu menjadi marah.
And the elder brother's wife said,
Dan kakak tertua, istri dari kakak tertua kemudian berkata,
You send your child here, I will break his leg.
Nanti anak itu akan ku patahkan kakinya.
and the younger brother's wife said, if you send your child here, I will break his head.
Dan istri dari adik laki-laki itu kemudian berkata, kalau anakmu ke sini akan ku lukai kepalanya.
That was it. The women started fighting.
Itu yang terjadi kemudian. Kedua perempuan itu kemudian mulai bertengkar.
They went inside and banged the door shut.
Kemudian mereka berdua masuk ke rumah masing-masing dan boom, menutup pintu rumah mereka dengan keras.
Yes, keras.
Very hard.
Now the two brothers came back.
Kini kedua kakak beradik datang kembali pulang.
And the wives told them what happened.
Dan para istri menceritakan apa yang terjadi.
And so, both the brothers stopped talking.
Dan sejak saat itu, kedua kakak beradik itu berhenti berbicara.
They turned their faces. They
Mereka
stopped talking.
memalingkan muka dan mereka berhenti berbicara.
Things were very bad.
Segala sesuatu menjadi begitu buruknya.
One day,
Suatu hari,
a man came by.
seorang laki-laki datang.
He came to the elder brother's house
Dia datang ke rumah kakak yang tertua
and asked for some work.
dan meminta sebuah pekerjaan untuk dilakukan.
Sir,
Tuan,
I am a carpenter.
aku adalah seorang tukang kayu.
Do you have any work for me?
Apakah Anda memiliki pekerjaan untuk aku lakukan?
The elder brother thought for some time
Kakak yang tertua itu kemudian berpikir beberapa saat
and said,
dan berkata,
Yes!
Ya, ya, ya.
Now I have some wood in the garage.
Aku punya beberapa batang kayu di garasi.
Please build a wall
Tolong bangun sebuah tembok
so high
yang tinggi sekali.
that I don't see
Jadi aku tidak bisa melihat
my brother.
adikku.
And the carpenter said,
Dan tukang kayu itu kemudian berkata,
I will do what you need.
aku akan melakukan apa yang kamu butuhkan.
Now the brother's family went on a holiday.
Dan sekarang, keluarga dari kakak tertua itu pergi berlibur.
Now the younger brother went on a holiday.
Dan keluarga dari adik yang kecil itu juga pergi berlibur.
When they came back,
Ketika mereka kembali,
they saw something.
mereka melihat sesuatu.
They were shocked
Mereka terkejut.
and they were surprised.
Dan mereka sedikit kebingungan.
For in the place of the wall,
Karena ada tembok,
instead of the wall,
tapi itu bukan tembok, melainkan
there was a bridge
jembatan.
from the elder brother's house to
Dari
the
rumah
younger
kakak
brother's
tertua
house.
ke rumah adiknya.
Yes. So the elder brother said,
Dan kakak tertua kemudian berkata,
I think
aku
my
rasa
brother
adikku
wanted a bridge.
ingin jembatan.
He loves me so much.
Dia mencintaiku dengan begitu besarnya.
He misses me so much.
Dia merindukanku dengan begitu besarnya.
He's telling me by this bridge.
Dan dia mengungkapkan itu melalui jembatan ini.
Now the younger brother,
Dan adik yang terkecil,
he saw the bridge
dia melihat jembatan itu
and said,
dan berkata,
Oh, my brother,
aduh kakakku,
he loves me so much.
ternyata dia begitu mencintaiku.
He has built a bridge to tell his love.
Dia telah membangun jembatan untuk mengungkapkan rasa cintanya.
So
Jadi,
I won't fight with him anymore.
aku tidak akan bertengkar dengannya.
I will go and hug him.
Aku akan pergi dan memeluknya.
And so the younger brother walked from the bridge on from one side
Dan sejak saat itu, adik yang terkecil berjalan ke rumah kakak yang tertua melewati jembatan itu.
And the older brother walked from his house.
Dan saat itu juga kakak yang tertua keluar dari rumahnya dan berjalan melewati jembatan.
They met on top of the bridge.
Mereka bertemu di puncak jembatan itu.
And they hugged each other.
Dan mereka berpelukan.
And they started crying tears of joy.
Dan mereka mulai mengeluarkan air mata yang penuh kebahagiaan.
And they said,
Dan mereka berkata,
this bridge
jembatan ini
shows us love,
menunjukkan rasa cinta,
shows us understanding,
menunjukkan rasa saling mengerti,
and shows us harmony.
dan menunjukkan kepada kita kebahagiaan bersama.
Hugging each other,
Memeluk,
they walked down to the carpenter.
dan setelah itu mereka menemui sang tukang kayu.
And they said,
Dan mereka berkata,
thank you very much.
terima kasih.
And the carpenter said,
Dan tukang kayunya kemudian menjawab,
I did what you needed, not what you wanted.
aku melakukan yang kalian butuhkan, bukan yang kalian inginkan.
Yes, and they understood the difference between the need and the want.
Dan mereka mengerti apa perbedaan dari apa yang diinginkan dan apa yang sebenarnya dibutuhkan.
So, my dear friends, all who are here for the festival, all those who are watching, let's start building bridges, not only with human beings, but with nature, with flowers, with birds, with animals, with everybody. Let's forget our differences and make this earth a peaceful one and a healthy one, so we can all meet in person instead of meeting virtually. And this is possible if we start loving each and everything on this earth. So let's build bridges and more bridges to unite this beautiful world. And this is our story for Under the Aalamaram. All right. A big thank you, Nandri, terima kasih to everybody who've been watching, and for all the teams, India and Indonesia, for putting together this wonderful festival. It is a short notice and we decided we'll get together. And the collaboration has been a wonderful experience on both sides. So much of learning, so much of understanding, so much of harmony and love that we have been having for the past fortnight, telling stories, exchanging ideas, going on and off on WhatsApp. All the time we have been WhatsApping this and that and all kinds of things. And we put up a little festival together. And I'm sure that this past 2 hours would have been, delightful for not only for us, for all those who have watched us and supported us through the virtual media. Again, a very big thank you to Ayo Dongeng for the support that they gave us and insisted that we run a festival. Though Under the Aalamaram was waiting to do a live festival, never mind. There'll be always a time when we can all meet live and enjoy our personal, stories in person. And with that note, I would say thank you, thank you, thank you. Nandri, vanakkam.